All right, folks. So we talked about manual imports. We talked about silo importing blueprints. We've talked about the settings. Let's go back at this point and hit one more concept on the settings that we haven't covered yet. So we've got down here the local business stuff. Let's go throw the local business stuff into a page. Come here. Let's come here to a page. Let's add a new page. And let's call this About Us. And we can say this is a page all about us, blah, blah, blah. And then you put in the shortcode, right? We can hit publish. This is going to be right up at the root, which typically is where the about us is. It's not usually buried. We can view this page, and you can see that it's going to have the blah, 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 and then it's going to have the information about the business. And this is all semantically marked up. If I look at the page source, it's got Semantic Revolution LLC. You can see this has got the item prop name. It's got the schema local business. It's got the item prop address, postal address. It's got all of the appropriate schema information around that address and phone number. So you don't have to, you're not stuck sticking it here in this page. You could also put it in the footer, or you could also put it in the sidebar. And if you've only got one address, you could do that. If you've got multiple addresses, then you want to see some of our videos, how we talk about handling multiple addresses so that Google doesn't become confused what you're talking about. If you've got two different phone numbers, let's say you've got an 800 phone number that you want people to call so that you can track it on your website, you put that up here and you make sure that that's not got the schema around it, and then you can still have the phone number with the schema markup like down in the footer buried where people aren't actually going to call it, but that way you get the schema markup of the right telephone number, and that matches the rest of the NAP information, the name, address, phone number information that Google wants to be able to marry across your website and all of your other properties, all of the other inbound links that that reference your website so that you get credit for being the same business across all of those places. So, alright, that's how you handle the semantic business information. Let's just see if there was anything else in businesses that in the setup that we need to cover. Alright, so we haven't talked about this yet. This is a cool thing. We covered it briefly when I thought it was going to be something else. Let's go here to the home page. Let's edit the home page. Wow, I might have to get rid of one of those menus. That's really annoying. Alright. This is, wow. Full. And now I can put in this. So what this is going to do is it's going to show me up to 10 links, and it's going to show the thumbnails, and I believe this is the one that I really want, to enable the excerpts so that I can also get the little blurb, the little excerpty blurb. Then that makes it a contextual link, which is very cool. I don't know if I have excerpts on these pages, but we will find out here in a second. And I'm going to view this page, which is, after all, my home page. Yes, you can see it's got a little bit of an excerpt along with each one of these things. So it picks up the first sentence or two out of the description, and it makes that the excerpt, and so you get a contextual link. The idea that this is going to talk about whatever the title is, and so you've got contextual links count more than a menu link. They're because they are contextual, because they've got other keywords around them about the same topic. They get more kudos for that particular topic, which is particularly useful on places like the home page or the silo page, where you might be introducing more diverse topics underneath. Your home page oftentimes has got, which mine does clearly, I've got like 4 different blueprints that I imported, so I've got some wildly different topics on this website. So you can see I've got all kinds of different pages that I'm advertising on my homepage, so it's really important under those circumstances to have a bit of context around each one so that I've got the right keywords. I've got this one talking about local SEO, and then down here I've got this one talking about home buying. So so that's the idea behind the excerpt. All right. And why you want to stick them on your pages and how cool that can be. All right, so those are the rest of the manual settings. This read more, that should show up. I think that actually shows up on the sidebar menu over there. And we talked about all the YouTube settings, and we talked about all the shortcodes, and we talked about the local business. If you want the blog roll on the front page, you can set that, and then it'll actually show you a blog roll as opposed to insisting that you have a home page. And if you have something like Yoast SEO, you can click that, and then the video silo builder will take a back seat and let Yoast SEO put its SEO information on the page. And it will also update Yoast. If you installed Yoast after the fact, it will update all of Yoast's information with what's in the video silo builder information. And then if you go in and you edit the video silo builder and you're not editing Yoast, it'll update Yoast with what you put in video silo. So it's aware of your other SEO plugins, and it tries to make sure that you've got all the information in both plugins the way that you want it, so that if you remove one plugin, you'll still have all the SEO benefits of the other plugin. Alright, so those are all of the manual settings. We still haven't covered styles and sitemaps, so we'll be back in another video and talk about that as well as the sidebar widget. Thanks, folks. Sue Bell from NetworkEmpire.com.